Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Well, after years of construction, nuclear energy is powering our future now, but what will a new reactor at Plant Vogtle mean for your power bill?
And more students means new schools for Richmond County. We have new details on cost and location coming up at 6 o'clock.
We began with a live look outside Grovetown here on a hot and humid Monday, the last day of July, which turned out to be a very hot month.
But the First Alert Radar Network does have a couple of showers on the map out there. Riley, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, a hot afternoon again. Our temperatures were temps in the 70s. We'll have much more on that severe weather threat tomorrow coming up in just about 10 minutes.
Riley, thanks very much. Tonight, just hours ago, Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams meeting with 2 county commissioners to talk about his department's financial situation. 2.5 hours of conversation with no definite solutions offered. The county manager telling us no commitments were made. Sheriff Williams will attend the next budget work session to talk to the full commission since 3 of them were not available to meet today. There was nothing released about the sheriff's office running out of money in a couple of weeks, and it is still not clear what might happen. We're going to keep you updated as we learn more. The Richmond County school system setting their sights on building 2 new schools.
They say it's due to skyrocketing student growth in some parts of the county. Really a tale of 2 different sides of the county since they recently closed 2 schools due to underpopulation. Here's a map of the 2 new planned sites. The new K-5 school, that'll be built right next to Richmond Hill, the old Rollins Elementary School site. The new middle school is going in the Fort Gordon area, just down the street from Sue Reynolds Elementary on Wrightsboro Road. So how much will these 2 brand new schools cost? How long will it take to build? Our Craig Allison live at Bel Air K-8 with the details.
That's right, y'all. It's $30 million for a new elementary school right next to Richmond Hill, and more than $36 million for a new middle school right next to Bel Air here. Now, while both of these schools have been open less than 6 years, they're saying that there's lots of popularity. One parent I talked to just across the street that just moved in says that she was afraid that her kid might not get in because of how popular this school is. It's a growing community of parents and military families that Selena Jones is a part of.
We were worried because, coming back from COVID and everything, but the school's been great.
After moving in almost 2 years ago, one of her kids just completed 1st grade here at Bel Air. A great system, she says, taught her daughter how to read in 4 months, but originally she was worried about getting her kid in.
Because over here is all new housing, and it becomes a question like, oh, do we go to this school or do we go to the one on base? And so thankfully we were able to go to this one because it's 5 feet away.
In less than 6 years, the school jumped dramatically from 925 students in 2018 to almost 1,050 kids now. It's a similar situation at Richmond Hill, where their population has seen steady growth from their starting 921 in 2019 to almost 1,200. A new elementary school under construction next door to Richmond Hill hopes to solve that, as well as a new middle school less than 10 minutes away from Bel Air. And Miss Jones couldn't be more excited for her family.
I think it's really cool because it just means more kids for my kids to play with, and also like seeing the growth and community being built over here in kind of like away from like the more city area.
Now, that timeline for both is expected to take a little less than 2 years. For Richmond Hills Elementary School neighbor, that's looking like June of 2025, just about. Now, for Bel Air's middle school neighbor, we're still waiting for that construction to officially kick off, but we'll keep you updated on that. In Augusta, Craig Allison, on your side.
A busy time for school construction in Richmond County. Craig, thanks a lot.
Today marks a big milestone for not only Georgia, but for the entire United States when it comes to nuclear power. Unit 3 over at Plant Vogtle is finally operational. Its power is being used to serve customers. This is some new video inside of the plant courtesy of Georgia Power. But despite all the setbacks over the years, this is the first new nuclear unit in the nation in more than 3 years. Take a look at this map. Across the nation, there are 92 nuclear reactors that power millions of homes and businesses. Our Taylor Martin joins us live in the newsroom. So what does this mean for everyday Georgia Power customers? What does it mean, especially for our bills, Taylor?
Well, you might have guessed it. Your bill is about to go up. Georgia Power says it'll be less than 5% per month. Georgia Power says clean energy sourced from Plant Vogtle Units 3 and 4 means zero air pollution. While it may be a solution for cleaner air, better air quality is about to have you digging through your wallet. According to Georgia Power, the operation of Unit 3 will add an estimated $5.42 per month, or a 3.2% increase to the typical residential customer's monthly bill, using an average of 1,000 kilowatts per hour per month. Just under $6 on top of your monthly bill that might already be rising as a result of the summer heat. Despite the increase, Georgia Power says Plant Vogtle units are economical and will serve the state of Georgia for 6 to 8 decades. In an email, they say, Georgia Power knows that energy is an important part of the budget for every family. Throughout the construction of the new Vogtle units, we have worked to minimize the impact of the project on customer rates and continue to do so. They also say any additional increase to rates moving forward will be determined by the Public Service Commission. Now, there's only one more unit to go. Georgia Power says they expect to be fully operational either late this year or early next year for Unit 4.
Okay, thanks for that update, Taylor. I know a bunch of people were hoping it might mean a cheaper bill.
No, I don't think so. Years and construction, years over budget.
7 years over schedule.
So,
yeah, the costs.
It added up quickly.
All right, thanks, Taylor. 5 people have been charged in the death of John Ballot after his remains were found in Windsor. Deputies arrested Suzanne Boozer on Friday, charged her with accessory after the fact for murder. She's in jail with bond set at $15,000. And she joins Thomas Gwynn, Donald Britton, and Cody Wooten. They all face charges in connection to the removal of human remains. A 5th suspect, Michael Dwayne Williams Jr., he's still wanted. So if you have any information or know where he could be, call the Aiken County Sheriff's Office. It's been 1 year since investigators found the body of Freddie Powell charred and burned off Boggy Gut Road in Aiken. Today, his family says they're still without answers as to who murdered their son.
And their case is not the only open murder. Crystal Anderson went missing last August in Aiken County. Her alleged kidnapper behind bars now, but her body is nowhere to be found.
Freddie's family sat down with News 12's Hallie Turner in hopes of bringing new leads to his case.
It's just a dark cloud over my life, my family's life, and the only way that I say that dark cloud is going to leave is we get some answers.
Portia Powell says her brother's life was anything but trouble.
His everyday life, like I say, he was working 2 jobs. He was working at Applebee's. He was working at Waffle House. He's no gangbanger or no, he don't get in trouble or nothing, so it's just weird for anybody to do anything to him.
Family gatherings are now replaced by fear when her brother's body was found burned.
Same time, it was hard because it was just like we was reliving that life, that day all over again. The community knows, somebody knows what happened, and nobody's talking. But it's just so hard to live regular because you don't know who to trust.
As the case remains open, calls from investigators have grown quiet over the last year.
I really don't think they're working on it. If I don't look around to try to get answers, or my family try to get answers from the streets, we're never going to get it.
As questions from her children grow louder.
They ask me all the time, they got answers, Mom, did they find out who did it, Mom? Like they want to know too. Did they ever going to find out, Mom, who did that? This is my uncle.
And she's putting the fight to find justice for Trey and so many other unsolved cases like Crystal Anderson in Aiken County on the community.
Work with each other to try to help solve these cases, because it's hard on all the families that have lost somebody. It's not right. She didn't deserve that. My brother didn't deserve that. A lot of people didn't deserve it.
In Aiken, Hallie Turner on your side.
We did reach out to Aiken County investigators about how if they work any new leads, how they dive deeper into these cases as time goes on. We'll let you know when we hear something back. Well, it's the story of a pig stuck in a well, carved into local history. Next on News 12 at 6 o'clock, the meaning behind the pig monument. Riley, did you know there was such a thing?
I did not. Looking forward to seeing that after the break. And we also are going to have your full forecast talking about the storm chances the rest of today and then that low severe weather threat tomorrow coming up just after the break.
So if you're following the story, the pig thought he was being rescued.
That's right. So bad story for the pig, great story for everybody else. But yeah, it's kind of a great true story.
Had no idea that monument was out there.
Yep.
And you can find it near Oconee, Georgia. It can be hard to find. We're going to put the exact address for you on the website.
Maybe the GPS coordinates too. It's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there. Still to come on News 12, one community group giving hope one shower at a time.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Lexus Acura Infinity. Every day.
At Battery Plus, we bring power to your life. Dream Heat is tough on your car battery. If you're not sure how much life is left in your car or truck battery, visit us for a free battery test today.
Would you stop?
A sexual assault investigation is underway in Aiken County. According to a report, the assault happened on July 5th. A police report says a woman requested EMS and first responders. A first responder named Jeremy Gray showed up. The woman says he touched her inappropriately and has since reached out to her through text. She says she decided to call police because of concerns over her physical and mental well-being. And we're working to find out Gray's charges, but he has been arrested. Brushing your teeth, a hot meal, even clean and hot showers, it's a necessity for most, but some people don't have access to these luxuries.
Now, as Audrey Dickherber reports, there's a growing push to find them a solution.
Buses drop people off right here to have access to a variety of resources such as food, water, haircuts, and even a shower, all for free.
It's the start of a solution to an ongoing problem.
People are hurting, they really are. People are struggling financially, physically, mentally, all of those types of things right now.
An opportunity for free resources for those in need.
I had someone in line at 7 a.m. this morning. I mean, that goes to show you. We have seen, I would say, well over 100 people today.
With a way to get there and back.
To provide free consultation to some people who will see these people as have fallen through the cracks, but they haven't. So we are here to show that we can be a community partner and allow everyone to access these resources that may put them on the path to empowerment.
People had access to many resources, all for free.
You know, a woman got off the bus and she actually was the shirts that I had just folded. She picked up a shirt and a pair of pants that I had just folded and got her shower, got something to eat, got some resources, fresh clothing, and a haircut. Boom, that's just magic.
And this type of event is really needed.
What we're seeing is an increase in the amount of services that we are providing, which tells us that the need is increasing.
But events like this aren't over.
And it's not our responsibility to look at them as burdens. It's our responsibility to look at people as the people that they are, as human beings, and try to help from a place of empathy.
Since the need is so great, the goal is to have an event like this once a month or once every other month. Audrey Dickherber, on your side.
A simple thing that means so much. Take a look at these guys. A couple of weeks ago, we told you about how these middle schoolers in Aiken County were heading to the World Bass Fishing Championship. Turns out they placed 7th in the nation out of 52 boats. 13-year-old Gage, 11-year-old Braxton fishing for 4 days in a row. Temps over 100 degrees. Here's some of the pictures of the big catches from the lake. The boat captain, Raymond Bailey, was in the water with him every day, guiding them through those challenges, but good for them to bring home that kind of award.
Yeah, not bad. That's quite an achievement, and looks like they came home with some more than just hardware. Came home with some meat too.
I think they know what they're doing out there. Yeah.
And it's just so cool to see this sport really growing at such a fast pace around our area. We have over a dozen probably fishing teams just in the CSRA, and they always do really well. So it's a big congratulations to them traveling to Oklahoma, placing 7th. Incredible stuff. Love to see the sport thriving.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
Coming off their first state championship in 20 years, the Thompson Bulldogs are hard at work getting ready for everybody to give them their best shot.
You're the target now. Everybody want to beat you because you're the defending state champs. And every time you get on the field, everybody wants a piece of you.
Yeah, we did it, but that's last year. This is a whole different year. That means we got to go out here and put in a whole different type of energy, a whole different type of work ethic.
Finding that hunger, that motivation, and that drive after winning it all is easier said than done. That mentality is something head coach Michael Youngblood has been establishing with this year's team since day one.
You make it to the mountaintop, but do you want to stay there? And that's the first question I asked our kids when we came back. Do you want to do this again? Because if you don't, let me know. So I know how to coach you.
Gotta be killers. We gotta do everything right. Gotta do it once. Everybody come for us. Everybody want to say they beat the state champs.
Going on a long playoff run is valuable experience for all of the returning players.
People like, man, ain't no championship come back to the team. But last year, with God allowing us to do what we did, it showed that it can be done. So I feel like it set the standard for this year.
Especially for those who are stepping into bigger roles this year, with seniors like star running back Jontavius Curry moving on to the college ranks.
We got some guys that's going to have to step up and replace some of those seniors that we have missing. And, You know, we got a good nucleus of kids that know how to get it done and know what to do. So we're relying on their leadership to push us forward.
We here. We not no slouches. We really put work in, all my brothers and everything.
The Thompson Bulldogs will start their championship defense on the road against Burke County, the only team that was able to beat the Bulldogs last season. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this quick break.
I'm Chip Lewis with Augusta Medicare Specialist. Surprisingly, there is no Medicare orientation. Let us guide you through the entire process. For a commitment-free consultation, please give us a call or visit our website. Don't wait till you're 65 to call, or u64.com.
Blue Compass RV Company.
Hey, Brett, I think we need a jingle.
What'd you have in mind?
I don't know yet.
Well, if you're taking something, come knock on my door.
Come and knock on my door.
If you're 64.
All right, remember, for tomorrow, we do have a low severe weather threat. Make sure you're keeping an eye to the sky, and we'll be right here in the Weather Center tracking those storms for you.
Our next live update, 7 o'clock on NBC 26.
Then we're back with more News 12 at 11. We'll see you tonight.